I got yelled at by the black Israelites today. That's cool. I got yelled at by the black Israelites today. That's cool. I like that y'all keeping that tradition alive here. If you don't know what the black Israelites are, they're a group of black people. They dress like Ninja Turtles and they just yell at white people. That's all they do. Crack a asshole, but just screaming at white people for no reason. And they think they're Jewish and they're visibly not Jewish, just so you know. Visibly, these people are not Jewish at all. If you've never seen them, though, this is how they work, all right? The black Israelites, it's one main dude. He has a big megaphone, okay? He's the one that yells at white people the loudest. Crack a devil hole, bitch. Milk is making you gay. That kind of shit for no reason. It's another nigga with him, though, and he has a smaller megaphone. And that nigga just does ad-libs in the background. That's the funniest nigga ever. Because main dude's going off, small megaphone dude is in the back going, go ahead, brother, tell him. Like doing that kind of shit. Tell him. So I love that one. So I'm with my girl and we're walking and we come up on the black Israelites and I'm with my girl. And by the way, if you're a girl and you want to talk to me after the show, I do cheat. So I'm with my girl, right? Big megaphone dude sees me with my girl and goes, everyone stop what you doing, stop. That nigga got a white girl, y'all. Look at him. Get away from that white, my brother, defend yourself. Like yelling at me like that. My girlfriend is not white, she's Asian. She's visibly Asian, right? I don't know what that, my last girlfriend was white, she was a rescue. But this one is not. My girlfriend is also one of these girls that doesn't understand the concept of don't argue with crazy niggas, right? Don't argue with this crazy, just keep walking. She's like, I'm not even white, should I tell him? No, but walk. Don't argue with this crazy ass man for no reason, keep going. She's like, no, I read Brene Brown, I'm gonna speak up. She gets in front of the dude with the big megaphone, goes, excuse me, I'm Vietnamese. And he goes, I don't give a fuck. And then small megaphone dude goes, talk to that Chinese white bitch, my brother. Like, that's what you get, you shouldn't have said nothing. You shouldn't have said, now I gotta act like that's not funny. Why would you put me in this situation?
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And as always, giving a special peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, I'm the brother Zion. And as you can see, I got this clip from TikTok. And this Jake basically was making, fun of or joking, concerning the Israelites, because brothers are out there on the highways and the byways. And, we're visible, okay? And it's always funny to me how, particular people like this guy, you can tell he's a Jake, but you make mockery of your own nationality, and it's funny because when the Lord actually starts to make mockery of you people, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has the power to play these things back in your head, man. And make you remember when you were mocking your own people, your own nationality. Now, you may not know and acknowledge that you're an Israelite, okay? You may not know or acknowledge that you're an Israelite, but you're pretty much making fun of your own nationality unknowingly, okay? Now, he says black Israelites. We know we don't go by the name black Israelites. But pretty soon, all right, when our hell breaks loose and you people see what's going on, you're going to wish that you came back to your nationality, man. You joking in front of a bunch of Edomites, and this shit wasn't even funny. If it was funny, I would have admitted it, but it wasn't even funny, And that's what you people do. You mock on this side, you talk shit, but there's going to come a time where Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to have the heaviest judgment hit this earth. All right, this is 2 Chronicles 36, and we all know this precept. Verse 15, it says, and the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, all right, the prophets, rising up betimes and sending them, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of Yahweh, and they despised his words and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord rose again against his people till there was no remedy. And that's getting ready to come, because we constantly tell you about the time of Jacob's trouble and how there's going to be a famine, all right, and how disease warfare is going to be out here, the hour of martial law and things of that nature. But people constantly mock it. You know, they constantly mock it. They think it's a joke. But there's going to come a time where you're going to see that, oh shit, the Lord did have these men out here. He wasn't playing. Okay? You sitting up here talking about you got into an argument with some Israelites and you put it in your comedy skit. But pretty soon you're going to wish you was on this side. You're not going to be making jokes and making light of the words of the Lord. All right? Let me get what was that? Ezekiel 33, if I'm not mistaken. And it goes into how yet they you're gonna know it was a prophet among you, man. See, a lot of this, matter of fact, let me get this one first. This is one of my favorite ones. Proverbs 1 and 22, right? How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? And this is a form of scorning, right? This is a form of scorning, man.
I got yelled at by the black Israelites today. That's cool. I like that y'all keeping that tradition alive here. If you don't know what the black Israelites are, they're a group of black people. They dress like Ninja Turtles and they just yell at white people.
And that's the perspective that the world has on us, that we just go out and yell at. No, we actually teach. We go into prophecies, we get into deep breakdowns, and we teach. We get down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai in those scriptures, and people are edified. So people have this perception about us like we just go out there and yell. No. You know, I'm speaking on behalf of GMS, all right? Anyway, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit into you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And that's why the prophets are out there. The Lord is extending his hand. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel. I would none of my reproof. All right, here's the point. I also will laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear cometh. And that's what you're getting ready to see. A high scale of Yahweh Shem Yahushai's personality, okay? Because he's going to laugh at your ass through his men. And he's going to mock when your fear cometh. It ain't going to be no joke. This ain't going to be a thing.
That's all they do. Crack a asshole, but just screaming at white people for no reason. And they think they're Jewish, and they're visibly not Jewish. Just so you know. Visibly, these people are not Jewish at all.
Now, check this comment out. I was going through the comments. This person, C. Fisher 19, he said, I'm Jewish. And these guys told me I'm an Edomite. Like, damn, bro, I didn't know I was 2,500 years old. Well, you don't have to be 2,500 years old. You're an Edomite to this day. Okay? Because Edomite beget Edomites. And Edomite beget more Edomites from generation to generation. So you don't have to be 2,500 years old. The Edomites are still here today. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Okay, so this is not going to be a joke. This is not going to be a thing anymore, man. He's saying, oh, they're visibly Jewish. They think they're, no, we're not. We dress like first of all, the 1948ers wear them weak ass little tassels around their belt. They don't wear garments. Okay, so we don't try to look like them. They don't have they got them weak ass yarmulkes on their head. We don't wear that. And we don't look like rats, man. We look like royalty.
If you've never seen them, this is how they work, all right? The black Israelites, it's one main dude. He has a big megaphone, okay? He's the one that yells at white people the loudest. Crack a devil hole, bitch.
He must have came across like the ISUPK or somebody like that. We don't use megaphones, man. All right, we don't use that crap. Anyway, like Proverbs 1:21 says, man, the Lord gonna mock at your calamity and mock when your fear cometh. But that's okay. You people keep having us at the butt of your jokes, right? You're gonna see. You're gonna see it ain't gonna be funny. Ezekiel 33:30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from the Lord. And they come unto thee as thy people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show me much love, but their heart goes after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice, and that can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they will not do them. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then they shall know that a prophet have been among them. So these people are going to know that when they was making mockery of the men of the Lord, talking shit about Yahweh Shem Yahushai and doing this and that, you going to know that you was actually joking about the real prophets, man. Not no joke. I
got yelled at by the black Israel.
You know, not no joke. Not the butt of a comedy show. And that's why the scriptures say 2/3 therein shall be cut off and die. There was a woman the other day, brothers just sent in the chat, she got mauled by a pit bull for 23 seconds. To me, that was like, oh, 23 seconds, 2/3. That's the Lord's humor. I speak as a man, but that's how I looked at it. So, you know, you people better be careful what you talking. It's going to be lots of mockery and people doing this and that. But at the end of the day, when all hell breaks loose, hey, you're going to be food for the beasts of the field. You're going to be food for the martial law troops, man, the FEMA troops. And we're going to see who's laughing then. Shalom.